everyone, I'm Donna from Dinners with Donna and welcome to our vlog. Today we're making cookie bar Biscoff cookies, which is a mouthful, but it's going to be delicious. This is one of the cookies we didn't finish in one of our earlier streams, so I decided to vlog it for you. So here's the recipe, and I'll put the recipe link in the description below. You can always also find it in our Facebook group and also on our website, dinnerswithdonna.com. So we preheated our oven to 350 degrees, so we're good there. We've got 2 sticks of butter, softened, or 4 of the half sticks, because I use the half sticks, so just double that there. 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, 3/4 of a cup of packed dark brown sugar, but I'm using light today. 2 large eggs, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and as you know, I always double my vanilla. 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, a 3.4 ounce box of instant vanilla pudding, not the cook and serve, make sure it's instant. 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 cups of white chocolate chips, and 2 cups of Biscoff cookie butter. Now Biscoff cookie butter, here you go. It's basically Biscoff cookies in a butter form. So just kind of made into a paste and they jar it and it's delicious. Okay, so the first thing is to preheat the oven, which we've done. And then you line your 9 by 13 inch baking pan with parchment, which we already did, and I sprayed it with Pam. So now we're gonna place the butter and sugars into our stand mixer. So we have our 4 half sticks or 2 whole sticks of butter going in. And then we need to put in, let's see, 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. Okay. And then 3/4 of a cup of the packed brown sugar. And I'm using light today. You can use dark, you can use whichever you prefer. I just prefer the light brown sugar. Okay, so we'll get that all packed up. So now we've got our sugars and our butter ready to cream. And all we're gonna do is put the mixer down, lock her into place, and then we're gonna start on low. Oh, I've got sugar all over my hands, sorry. Okay, we're gonna start it on low. I'm gonna rinse my hands off. And we're gonna cream it for about 2 to 3 minutes. I'll be right back. You can watch that mixer action. Coming together nicely. We're creaming it. I'm going to turn it up just a touch. I'm going to jack it up just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to add our eggs and vanilla. And I always crack my eggs into a separate dish to make sure that the eggs are good and also that we don't get shells in our batter. eggs going in. I always eyeball the vanilla. Okay, there we go. I got this really good quality Madagascar bourbon vanilla. Really good stuff. You want to make sure you use pure extract and not imitation. And again, slowly mix because you don't want eggs and vanilla flying all over your kitchen. Okay, put it a little higher. Oh, that's looking good. Okay, see how it's getting nice and fluffy. Very nice. Okay, so now is the point we're going to add our flour, and I'm going to tilt this back to do so. And we're going to put 2 1/4 cups of flour. Now always level off. So 1. Go in for 2. Level off. Then we'll do our 1/4. Perfect. And now we're going to I'm going to put the flour down more so it just doesn't pop over the sides of the bowl. And mix it. We're also at this point going to add in our pudding mix, salt, and baking soda. So here's our instant pudding mix, vanilla. You can use sugar-free if you want to, but I mean we already put 1 1/2 cups of sugar in here, so you kind of doomed. Unless you use Splenda for your, instead of the regular sugars. But yeah, so 3.4 ounce package going in. And then we're going to do a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. This is our kosher salt. We got 1 teaspoon going in. And we're gonna get our baking soda. 1 teaspoon. Going in. There we go. Easy peasy. And lock it into place. Okay. A really nice cookie dough, guys, as you can see. Okay, just gonna make it go a little bit longer. So now our dough is basically done. We just need to stir in our white chocolate chips. So we're going to get all this dough off of the paddle attachment. I'm sorry, it's a paddle attachment. much as you can. Get that off of there. I'm using my silicone spurtle to do that because it gets most of it off, which is great. Perfect. So now we're going to stir in our chocolate chips. We need 2 cups. It's about half of this 24-ounce package. And so we're going to take this off of the mixer and we're going to fold in the chocolate chips. It takes a little bit of muscle power. You can see it's really getting distributed into the cookie dough. So now I'm going to move our mixer out of the way because we need to bring our pan over to assemble our bars. So here's our prepared pan. And what we're going to do now is take half of our cookie dough and put it into the bottom of the pan. There we go. Okay. Looking good in the neighborhood. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna get a food safe glove because we are going to press it. We are gonna press the cookie dough into the bottom of the pan and form our crust. And then we're gonna put the cookie butter on top of that and then the remaining cookie dough on top of that. That is fine. You know, this is more sanitary and it just is easier because you're not making a mess. That's gonna be a thin layer. And it takes a little time. Just work with it. You can see it's expanding and going into all the little crevices where we need it to go. Might need just a little bit more dough. Just gonna grab a little more dough. I'm gonna snip a little parchment. That's okay. We'll just put it back. Okay, and just put it as even as a layer as you can. You don't want it thick in one part and thin in another part because, you know, you want it to cook evenly. So that's pretty even. I do say so myself. Okay, now comes the fun part. We are going to use our cookie butter and just spread it all over the dough. It says to just spread it evenly. So I'm gonna go grab a spatula. There we go. And we're gonna just spread it over. And it comes right out. I mean, it's pretty easy to get out of the jar. especially with your offset spatula. That's why I love that tool for this job. Okay, get as much of this as you can out. We're gonna need this and a little bit more from another jar. So we're gonna spread this out and see what we get here. Turn it and make it so you can spread it however you want to. But you want a nice generous layer of the cookie butter because that's good stuff. Now I'm gonna get a little bit more from this second jar because we needed 16 ounces and there were like 13 in that jar, so a little bit more. There we go. Now you're talking. There we go. Going all over the top of the layer here of the cookie crust. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And again, try to do this evenly. You don't want a big chunk of cookie butter. I mean, I'm sure someone would love that, but then the others who don't get the big chunk are gonna be like, hey, you left me out. So you wanna get it as even as you can. And now, what we're gonna do is take the rest of the cookie dough and gently press it on top. It says, yep, put remaining dough on top of the Biscoff layer and use your fingers to carefully press and spread. It won't be perfect or cover the entire area, so don't worry about that. So you're just gonna make little mounds all over with the rest of the cookie dough. And just kind of put it all over. That's where also this glue is just coming in really handy. You can just grab a bunch of the dough, put it where you need to. Now I'm going to start pressing gently, and then whatever dough is left over in our bowl, our mixing bowl, we will fill in the gaps. It's doing a pretty good job. And don't press too hard. You don't want your cookie butter coming up on top of the top crust. So we obviously need some more here. Some here. And there will be some exposed cookie butter, and that's perfectly fine. Put some there. And then see if I can get some for right there. That looks pretty good. We'll scrape out what we can from this bowl so we don't waste, because there are some spots right there, right there, right there. that's looking pretty well covered, I think. Considering they said that you wouldn't get it all covered, we got most of it covered. So I think we did pretty good. Okay. There you have it. So now we just bake this, and then we'll take it out of the oven, let it cool, and then we'll cut them into bars and we'll show you what they look like finished. I'll be right back to put them in the oven. Okay, so we're going into a 350-degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes, or until baked through the center. And then we're gonna have to remove it and cool it for at least an hour, possibly overnight, till we cut them. So in they go. Okay, and we'll be back. Okay guys, so our 35 minutes was up. It actually took a little bit longer than I thought it would. It's been in about 40 minutes now, but it's done. And we're gonna clear our oven. Oh, there we go. And I'm gonna get my other oven glove. We're gonna take out our Biscoff bars. Look beautiful. There we go. And now we have to let them cool at least an hour before we cut into them. So we will be back after they cool, and then we'll cut them into bars and we will taste test them for you. So see you in a little bit. Okay guys, so our cookie bar, I have to look at the notes because it's a long title. Cookie bar Biscoff cookies, which are, I would call them Biscoff cookie bars because that's really what they are. They've cooled down, so we're going to take them out of the pan very carefully. Okay, so move the pan out of the way. Oops, and it's cracking because I didn't have it on board. So we're gonna cut one off. It's cooled for an hour, like it said to in the recipe. Let's see. Just gonna make sure it cuts all the way through. There we go. Okay, guys. So here it is. Our Biscoff cookie bars. Aren't they cute? It's really pretty. And yeah, we'll cut these all into bars. And I think they'll make a great treat. Let's see how they taste. It's really good. I'm getting the cookie butter, which I really love, mixed with the white chocolate chips and the brown sugar cookie crust on the top and bottom. It's really good. I think Richard and Sam will really like this. Sam doesn't like chocolate, so this is perfect for her because it's white chocolate, and there's you know, the cookie butter, so no milk or dark chocolate in here, so she's gonna like this. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and if you're new, welcome in. I hope you'll join us for more vlogs and my live streams every other Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern on my YouTube channel. But until then, I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and I will see you later. Bye, everybody.